Adrian wins 34-7 over Kalamazoo in a game where Adrian typically had a lot of the main contributors play in this game. It was also a game going into it. I talked a lot about Kazoo and just how they like to throw the ball, how good this Adrian defense was, and this was truly a rough game for Dawson Scoopin. 4 interceptions on the day, 1 touchdown, did throw for 319 yards, so at least yards-wise, it was a pretty good day, and he actually was able to run for a little bit as well. But obviously, when you're going up against a secondary like Adrian is, and we know how good they were great against Hope. They were great in this game. They've been great throughout this season. And honestly, the defense as a whole has been absolutely fantastic for this Adrian team. It's just really, really tough to go against them when you truly have to pass the ball because you have guys like Ethan Burrows, he had 2 interceptions on this day. You had Corandas Davis, 1 interception. Liam Carey had an interception as well. And it truly was those guys making plays on defense and really causing Kalamazoo issues, especially when they're trying to get going offensively. And it wasn't just that in itself. Like, there wasn't a ton of sacks in this game. You had Adrian 1 sack on this game. Chris Jackson, it was a little bit to do with pressure, but they just never truly kind of got there. But when Adrian was able to go up in this game pretty early on, you really truly saw kind of obviously Kazoo having to push things a little bit, and that is when issues and mistakes happen, and they were able to happen in this game, and that's because Adrian offensively was really good in this game. A lot of the main contributors that have been for this Adrian offense really continue to step up. You have to talk about Noah Boudre. He's obviously a really, really great quarterback. He continues to be very good throughout this year. 313 yards, 3 touchdowns. 2 of those touchdowns did go to one of the wide receivers that's truly stepping up for this Adrian team, and that is Braiden Whitaker. Braiden Whitaker has been on a run recently. If you want to talk about a guy that's truly becoming almost that 1-2 punch, it's him and Ethan Abberger. And if you want to talk about Ethan, he's a guy that can just get you catches over and over and over. And when you need 3, 4, 5 yards, you know you're going to go to Ethan. But Braiden's a guy that has just been playing absolutely fantastic. 11 receptions, 134 yards. Ethan had 15 receptions, 96 yards. When you have 2 wide receivers like these two, it's truly going to be difficult for a lot of teams to stop because you can try to stop one of them, but good luck trying to stop the other. You can only really have 2 safeties over the top, and you can try to do that, but guess what? That leaves a one-on-one opportunity for the other wide receiver. You have Ryan Brumley needs to get involved a little bit more. He was involved in this game. 5 receptions, 73 yards. Like, this is just kind of the difficulty of going up against this Adrian team. And speaking of Ethan Abberger, one thing I didn't know and actually found out is that his brother Evan is actually on Kalamazoo, and he's a quarterback there, which I think for the Abberger family, that's really, really cool that they got to obviously experience that. I know that Ethan and Evan, I believe, probably met up afterwards, probably talked. It's obviously always great when you have 2 brothers that either play against each other or play on the same team. Like, that's obviously a really cool thing. But this Adrian team, especially Ethan and Braiden, was just absolutely dominant. It was just everything that I thought Adrian would do in this game. I thought that Kalamazoo would struggle to go up against this Adrian defense, especially throwing the ball. You look at running the ball as well. They weren't able to do very much there. Only 34 yards total of offense running the ball. And then you look at what Adrian did running the ball as well. It's not only through the pass game to guys like Ethan, to guys like Braiden. They were able to run the ball, and you didn't even really need Trey Brueggemann to really run the ball extremely effectively in this game. He only had 4 carries, 9 yards on the day. You have guys like Stephen McCoy. You have, obviously, Noah Boudre runs a little bit. You have Carson Schrader ran a little bit. You're able to get other guys opportunities to run the ball a little bit, and because of that, obviously you want to get your guys healthy. You want to get ready for these next couple of games because guess what? This Adrian team is going to be tested later on this year. Their last game against Elma, obviously I've kind of previewed that game a little bit, how that's going to be an absolutely massive game for both teams. This is an Adrian team that is receiving votes. This is an Adrian team that needs to obviously stay healthy. This is an Adrian team that needs to continue to play well They were able to play well in this game. Defensively, they just dominated. They forced Kalamazoo to make mistakes. Really rough day for Kalamazoo, obviously. 4 interceptions, not great. Couple fumbles as well. Not great overall, but when you come to a just dominant defense, when you can force as many turnovers as Adrian did, that's just truly going to make it difficult for the other team, especially when you have an offense like this Adrian offense is, because this is an offense in this game that had over 500 yards of offense. And that is in itself going to be difficult to win for any team. But then when you have 336 yards and only 34 yards running the ball, that's what happens, and that's why this game was won by Adrian. And you really have to give Adrian a ton of credit. They continue to bounce back after a difficult loss against Hope. This is a defense, this is an offense, this is a team that is extremely motivated. They're playing very, very well right now, and they're a really fun team to watch. So I think this Adrian team is going to continue to obviously get results, continue to get guys that have been involved, key contributors contributing to this team. I think it's just really, really tough to beat this team right now, especially when they're clicking on all cylinders. And again, you have a quarterback in Noah that just wins when he plays. He's a guy that doesn't make very many mistakes. He's a guy that is very accurate. He has 2 wide receivers he can throw the ball to. He has other guys that he can get the ball to. He has running backs that can run. This is a defense that can force mistakes as well. That's going to be a really tough recipe to beat, and that's why Adrian's only lost 1 game this year, and it was a really close, really competitive defensive game. I think you're going to continue to see Adrian continue to dominate some of these opponents. I think you're going to continue to see some really close games, and I think Adrian is really close to being where they want to be at to compete for an MIAA championship, and I think they have a chance in these next couple of games because they're playing really well right now. Wide receivers are balling out. Noah's balling out. Running back are balling out. You're going to probably get more carries from Trey Brueggemann. You're going to get better even defense from what you've done so far, and it's just been great. So good win for Adrian in this one. Obviously, like I said, it's kind of what I expected. It's what I predicted to happen. But now Adrian has to prepare for these next couple of weeks. They have goals that they want to achieve. I think they will continue to process towards those goals. I think it's going to be a fun couple of weeks for Adrian, and I'm really excited to talk more about this team in the near future. But if you like this, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff. Really appreciate everyone for supporting this podcast, and if you don't, make sure you subscribe and make sure to tune in to more Adrian football in the near future.